Who's ever made a decision, I'm going to do this program, and you got the manual and everything, whatever it was, it could be share trading, could be this, could be that, eBay, could be, I don't know, whatever. And then you went, you put it aside and you never opened it again. Who's ever done something like that? Look around. Just look around. I want you to leave the hands up, look around. Everybody. And we all do it. But what if we just took the best of this? Because some of you aren't going to do share trading. Some of you may not even do property. I believe most of you will, but some may not. It's okay. I think it's going to be hard not to, because we live on a planet that we have to live in a house, so you're doing property anyway. It's just if you want to make money out of that. But everyone will do their own little way of doing this, like how we do the teams and stuff. But what if we could have a system that didn't fail you and you didn't fail it? But I asked a question, what is it we need to do? So some hands went up. What were you guys going to say? Yeah, just get some microphones, team. And if we can just get George to stand up and say your magical name, and we'll get Batman here. Okay, as mentioned, George, morning everyone. I guess the first thing would be when we get back or whatever, is to take an action step, immediate action towards whatever your goal is. Perfect. So let's use you as the example for the sake of this discussion here, George, if that's okay. Sure. Give me one that you want to do, and then what would be the corresponding action step? Okay, well, it's funny we just mentioned the course thing. I've recently pretty much done that. Done what? Started a course, the real estate registration course for Queensland, because it was recommended by one of our coaches, and I've got the books and everything. I think I've had the books about 2 weeks. I only completed maybe first 10% of one module, and I didn't even save that properly and lost it all when I turned my computer off. So. And of course you're so busy because you've got 3 jobs at this point, right? No, all I have is time actually, but I find a way to waste it. Hasn't got a job. Oh, let me think. Will I do my real estate course? Yes, I've got to do that because the course that's so I paid money for that, and the coach has got me. Yeah. I'll just have this cup of coffee over here. That's me. I know I've got to do the course. Yeah, I'm onto it. I've had my coffee. No, I've just got to make this phone call here. I'll just make this phone call. Can we see how we go about it? And isn't he amazing, man, that he even admit that? But he hasn't even got any story. Like like some of you got some really good stories. Like I was busy. Like I had work to do. And she's going off slaving away, coming, how you going? Oh, pretty good. Oh, busy day. I put the washing on. Oh, really? That's fantastic. Only the washing is still there as well. No, I got the washing done. That was just so that you can have a good night tonight, let me tell you that. Yeah, so we know about you, George. Yeah, you've got me. What's great about you is you know about you. Yeah. All too well. What do you think? Because this is big time. This is called Beat Up George's moment. But you're serious. You're a good man. You're a smart guy. And you are not alone here. What do you think this is about? I mean, you said set a goal and you get onto this and what do you think? What do you think? Well, 2 questions. If you were the coach, and by the way, there's so many great coaches here, but you would make a great coach. And if you want to learn something, teach it. The best thing in the world to hold you to account is for you to teach someone else. However, 2 things. Why is it that you're not doing it? And what do you got to do to make sure you do? Does that sound like 2 good questions? Mm-hmm. This is what a coach would ask. As opposed to telling him, get him to tell you. Right, Justin? Go. Okay, so why I haven't been doing things like that I know I need to do and should be doing is I don't think I've ever built the vision big enough of where I want to go. I see that now over this weekend. You only have to look at my drawing of my vision. It's not very good. It's probably the worst one up there. Wow, isn't that interesting? And what an admission, and what a statement.
That's huge. Let's look at that. It's like Rocky when he was on the beach. Lost his vision. Let's just look at that for a moment. This is huge what you're just now talking about. I'm so impressed with you, George. So impressed. You'd swear I was paying for you to say what you're saying for this course. And you hear what he said. I've never really had a good vision. And if you look at mine, mine's the worst one up there. Isn't that amazing? The truth will set you. What are we looking for? Freedom. He wants freedom like there's no tomorrow. So tell me about that.
About freedom?
No, yeah. about the vision. About what it is you've never been able to have a good vision.
Well, I noticed, I've never heard anyone put it like you the other day when you were talking about the difference between visual, auditory, kinesthetic. I'm not really great at self-analysis, but I think my wife would say I'm kinesthetic.
Yeah, you are.
And I used to...
You're kinesthetic auditory.
Yeah.
You go in that order.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've done things like guided meditations before and things like that, things that people tell me I should be doing, and I've done them with my wife, and she would have this amazing experience, and I couldn't see it.
Just blank, nothing.
Yeah, but now, hearing you say that, I realise now I need to access that type of thing a different way. For instance, my drawing was about me. I'm a big American football fan, and
okay, just 1 second. Hilda, you just want to go and get his drawing for us, if you could. Has it got George on it, or has it got your Muggles name?
It's got Ian.
Ian, don't regard that anyway, but it's Muggles. Just the wizard is George. Okay, yeah. So your football, yep.
And so, my vision in 7 years, because it is American football season right now, I'd like to be over there with my wife. And
watching that show?
Yeah.
What a great vision.
Yeah. But when I try and get a picture of it in my mind, I've been to the ground. I couldn't even tell you what it looks like, though, anymore.
But you see it in your head?
Well, no, I don't really see it. But when I think back to the game I did attend years ago with my best friend, I can still feel it.
Feel that.
I can feel it.
You get a sense of it. A sense of it. It's overwhelming. It's passionate, that sense, yeah?
Yeah, such a great day.
Yep. Is everyone listening to him? Is he a good man? Yes. Is he a lucky man at this one?
The luckiest.
Luckiest. And is she a lucky man? A lucky woman. She's a very lucky woman. Are you a lucky woman? Yeah. And are you proud of this man standing for you? He's a hero right now. You have no idea how in love she is of you at this point. You are the man at this point. This is the one she fell in love with, this one. This one who can stand tall and strong. This one. This is the one she wants. This is the one that's going to look after her babies and her. This is the one that can wear a crash helmet in gridiron and go through whatever. This is the one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you feel that, you'll feel the passion for that. You'll feel the vision for that. And all that's missing is a disciplined plan. Because he's only a boy. Boys lose things. They don't know anything. They just don't have it. They just forget. Give them a note when they go to the shops. I brought everything back but the bread. That was the only thing I wanted you to go and get. However, as small as that is, there's a little person there. And there's a little person there. So, Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah, it's the name of the field. It's
where the
corporate
gridiron's
sponsored.
going to go.
Yeah, I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan.
Okay. So, there's the clouds. There's the clouds. Here's page 30. The whole of his entire life in 7 years is to go to that field. There's a movie. Build it and they will come. There's a movie. Field of Dreams. Yeah. Now, I just say to this woman, what were you thinking about when you met this guy? I'm going to suggest you weren't thinking.
I still wonder to this day, actually.
Oh, this drawing indicates the wonder why. However, Grace has got an intention. Grace, I always think Grace has got a sense of humour. Sends this one to her, just to confuse her. However, in amongst this is this. That's the saving grace. Now, if we didn't have this, we would be departing. We'd say, well, it's been nice knowing you, it's been a nice trip, and you have a good time anyway. However, there's this bit. This is the one bit that's the saving, right, Iron Man? It's the one bit that's saving grace. Got it. So when we say, and we're very critical of ourselves, this is the worst one, this is not the worst one. This is just the beginning of some work. That's what this is. The beginning, the first step of the 4,000-mile journey. This is what this is. Okay, so I asked you two things. What's got to hold you to account, and more importantly, what stops you from, getting on with this? And then you started talking about the vision you're not very good at, and you're kinesthetic, and there are a lot of kinesthetics here, and they have, and it's not like, oh, they're not good at this. No, kinesthetic's actually better. If you remember my drawing that said, spirit, emotion, mind, physical, remember 1% physical, 3% mind, 6% emotional, 90. What's the axis, what's the stargate into spirit, where all manifestation occurs? Emotion. What is the essence of a kinesthetic?
We can feel.
Emotion. You are a lucky man. There are men in this room and women that are shut down. They don't have that emotion. They even say, what's all this about? Why are they crying? Can't they just get on with it? Just get over it. They don't actually experience that you feel. And in actual fact, she loves you so much for your connection. She loves that part. That's when you let her into your heart. And she just, in those intimate times, you're just lying there Sunday morning, had brekkie or something, or you're just anywhere, anytime, in a moment. It's like the butterflies come. Yeah. That's, people yearn for the connection you have with her. They yearn for this connection. So nothing wrong with kinesthetic.
Yeah.
Big time.
No, I should clarify as well. It's something that I just need to get better at. You compare my drawing to what I wrote down this morning, it's night and day.
Perfect, and that's why we do it that way. For the auditories who are and the thing about this, nothing on this planet shows up till it's written. Nothing. Imagine going to a builder saying, I'm going to build a house. And it's sort of like this. You see, he's looking for a plan. It's got to be written. When it's written, imagine going to the bank. We're looking for a loan. It's a house. Can you see? He's looking. What are you doing? So it's got to be, give me the loan application, give me the money, give me the thing, and you can show me a picture of the house, because then it's written, it's of the, like you saw, we showed you the mock-up of the house, then we showed you the house, the picture was almost identical. The house was built based on that mock-up. And until you write your page 30, it doesn't exist. It's just stuff. That's why we go in the hallucinations, to train you to get it down on paper, to write. You've got books in you, girl. Books. Lots of books are coming. Books. Vicky, books. Books. Going to write books. Books are going to come. They come out of there. You'll paint as well. You can never buy an original painting. Never can buy original painting. No such thing as original painting. Ever. They say, this is an original. Really? It's not. The original's in the heart of the person who painted it. This is the transformation of their heart onto a piece of canvas as best that they could interpret. When you really understand this universe and what's going on, you'll see a different world. There are many worlds, many universes. And we're just in this, bumping around with this stuff going on, with this beautiful one and these children that are coming. So I ask you again, you can write it, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're willing to share your page 30 with me?
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's have a little listen.
All right, it's a couple of pages. But
that's okay. Listen in, take a deep breath. I want you to listen with your heart for this man. Have you had a look at his page 30? Good. Surprise. And that's why you're not with him at this point. So he can do this with himself without trying to impress you or anybody, because he's really impressing himself. Go.
Okay. I'm so happy that I'm married to Lisa and we have 2 beautiful kids, Logan, a boy aged 5, and a girl, Lara, aged 3. I'm so happy that neither of us needs to work a job to provide for the family. I'm so happy that we own a house in Melbourne so that we can visit friends and family anytime we want. I am so happy that we own a gorgeous family home on the Gold Coast where we live. I'm so happy that we are free to travel wherever and whenever we want. I'm so happy we own $3 million worth of residential property, $3 million worth of commercial, have $1 million in shares, $1 million in super, $1 million in the bank, $500,000 per annum in income. I'm so happy that Lisa has a thriving photography business that showcases her passion and talent to the world. I am so happy that all 4 of us are in near perfect health, exercising every day. I'm so happy that I spend most of my time each day with the kids, homeschooling them. I'm so happy that we own a beautiful dog named Swanee. He is a rescue sheltered dog that we adopted. I'm so happy that I have multiple dream teams with people I've made lifetime friendships with through the OneLife group. I'm so happy that I have many great mentors, such as Roy, to ask for guidance and to support in turn. I'm so happy that I'm making a difference in our community by committing to helping those who need it most. I'm so happy that I've retired my father and brought him into my inner circle to work with me. I'm so happy I can support my mum, brother and sister in any way and at any time they need. I'm so happy I can help family and friends anytime they need. I'm so happy that I wake up each day knowing that I have truly meaningful things to accomplish. I am so happy that I am leading the life I always wanted. I am so happy that I am a fine example to my own and other people's children. I am so happy I can look myself in the eye, in the mirror, and be truly proud of everything that I do and the person that I've become.
Just beautiful, beautiful things. You moved this whole room with your words. You were the voice. That's a good name for a television show, actually, The Voice. Could do something with that. Could do something with that. So you're the voice for that, and yet, if we just let you go, it might not happen. You know, like, nothing worse than losing such a good voice. Is there plenty of people with great intention who never followed through? So what do we need to do here, young man, young George? What would George do?
He would get leverage on himself to ensure that
George
he
is a very
followed
clever
through.
guy. George is getting leverage. See, she has leverage on you. She uses certain techniques for leverage.
Effectively,
but it's only the endorphins for a short second or two. You know, it's not a lot. You know, a lot of build up to it, but there's not much happening here, right? Great leverage there. And if you look at that, that's the dopamine. You know, if you look at what's the oxytocin, that's the love, that's the caring, that's the old age, that's the forever on the veranda with a glass of wine, watching the sunset, and you know, that's what that's about. That's forever. That's a marriage made in heaven. That's beautiful stuff. That's the grandchildren. That's the come over and they want the barbecue, and there's old George.
Pay someone to do that.
Yeah, pay someone. Yeah. Oh no, George would go flip. You can do a flip. It's just because there's little ones coming who like a little sausage. That's just all part and parcel. It's not pain. Sometimes it's good to be of service and do things. So what do we got to do?
Yeah, well,
Get this leverage. How would we do the leverage?
well, I would. I've never written something like this before.
No.
I'll obviously be taking that with me and reading it every day. Yeah.
In the shower. Yeah.
Yeah. Laminate it. Yeah.
We're going to put in your card, in your gold card. That's that one. And you put in your gold card. You read every day.
Mm-hmm.
And when you read it every day, one of those little extra cards, you then start changing it a little bit. There's just words, you start wordsmithing it, Mm-hmm. I wouldn't change anything. However, you will find there's something you'll add in something or whatever. I mean, he's naming the children. Hello, this is pretty huge. Yeah, and we've got the dog named. The dog's not even here
I've had
yet.
the dog name even longer. It's my favourite player, Swanee.
Okay, so one of our clients I suggested this to because they were having trouble. They weren't very good at writing or doing things, so I got them to record to record their page 30, to actually say it and put it into their MP3 player. When they go for their walk, they're hearing a voice they can trust, their own voice. You can hear the leverage of that. Because your multi-million dollars mothers explained all this to you when you were 14. Remember that, to do these little extra things, yes? Didn't even get you to write that. Went to school, never learned those things. The most important things, the vision of your life, the discipline plan, the passion. So that could give you some leverage, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
I think, just it's not really leverage, but you go home with the intention to take that first step.
Absolutely, and have it so you're accountable for that and do this intention, and have it in your time management system, put the big rocks in and what you're going to do. Imagine not working currently and having all this time, so you then make a realistic plan that you're going to do this study, and you start putting in your time management weekly planner, the big rocks that we coloured them in.
Yep.
In fact, if you get your books of goals open, the thing that I would also recommend for him and for you is to get your home office set up. Home office. So what does that mean? If you've got the luxury of a room in your house, that's fantastic, but just a desk. So this is George's desk, home office, and you just put nothing on it, get rid of all the stuff, and then just put what you need, like your time management system, your phone, your computer, and you start getting your important document file. But the most important thing in this would be your real estate course. And then you'd say, and you'd allocate and say, I'm going to do an hour. Don't go doing 8 hours of it, you go crazy. Do an hour, then you do something else, then another hour, and so forth. And then you say, what's recommended in this course? And they say, well, because there's a process that you've got to learn, and you do your assignments and all this sort of stuff. Another thing that you might want to write down after your home office is that apply for some roles in real estate. You don't have to have your course, but they'll be impressed with you. That you've actually signed up and you're at module 1 or wherever you are. Does he look like a good guy if he had a nice shirt on, looked a bit like Tyson or something, His wife got him dressed up a bit and organised him, sent him off. Certainly nothing we can do with the hair. There you go, it's done. But it's certainly not going to cause any problem, is it? It's not like we got the dreadlocks or anything. We just got hair. And he looks good, and he's got a nice smile and everything else. So if he wants to get there, if you apply for enough roles, someone's going to and say, look, I'm happy to work here for nothing. This is my life. I'm the voice. You start talking like that, they go, when can we start this young kid? Do you follow? Yeah. I'm here forever. I'm here for, this real estate's going to become my life. You don't say, I've done this course and I know how to flip properties, I'll be buying properties and trading, it won't be here that long. You don't mention any of that.
No.
It's not a good idea. You're here in real estate for life, you're still, with integrity, you're here and telling the truth. And you want to be and learn and see how all this works. Cool?
Yeah.
It's good for you. Same thing. Going to be in property. You two could imagine these two working together. Two cats.
It's crossed my mind.
Are you in Sydney?
No, unfortunately not. I'm on the Gold Coast, but that's all right.
We're moving him up from he's moving. He's going to be closer to us. He doesn't know that yet.
Does now.
It does. It's on a need-to-know basis. He's very flexible. So we'll see. And it doesn't matter. Plenty of people. Okay. So he's doing some good things here, yes? What else, team, would you recommend? Someone to keep him accountable. So he needs a coach. Does he know any coaches, like what he mentioned on his page 30? Who was his mentor? I'm available.
Sign me up.
You're up. And what's great is that your wife is here, aligned. And is she on board with all this? Absolutely. Okay.
Wants it as badly as I do.
Yeah. Because this process, one of the things that happens for people is that they work over their lifetime to become a pensioner. If they would just focus for 3 years and really go for it, they could almost retire. But because they work so slowly and so poorly, that's why it takes them a lifetime and still don't make it. But when you really focus, really intentional, then you get the benefits. It's a bit like building the house when the rain comes. The house is built. As well, I must get some wood eventually, and it keeps raining. The dirt's now muddy. I can't build the house, and it gets sunny. I've got to get started soon. I know. Can you see? Well, if you just got into it and built the house, and this is your house, this is your financial fortress. Because when are we having children? Are we 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4? How long have we got? How long? Soon. Got to build this house quick. So, because we're going to lose an income, what's holding her back is that if she stops, we all go and die. Right now, there's no income. And this doesn't give her any confidence, any certainty in this. She doesn't want to bring a baby into a poor family, a family of poverty. Unless she's saying, hey, when are you going to get your act together? There's another unconsciousness about you that says, gee, if I go to work and I've got a job, then she's going to stop and she's going to pregnant, and then it's all up to me. Then I'll be responsible. You see unconsciously how we can sabotage our life here? This is how marriages break up. But one wants this, one wants that, and it's hard for a man. A man, it's difficult. It's very difficult. Great responsibilities here. So everybody in this room, hear me. Everybody, Iron Man, Richie, Tarzan, anybody. I don't care who you are. Don't we wail. I'll talk to you in a minute. Got to get you to move your flippers and your tail. We're moving on to the ocean. Otherwise you've been basking away waiting to be saved by some good man or something. Not going to happen, is it? Got to move. I'm coming talking to you about your plan. But we've got to move you out of where you are. Got to move you out of this stuckness. And I say this to everybody. Your health, we've got to move you out of that. You know that. Your mum's worried about you. Want to capture a man. And although you don't want to capture a man yet, you will.
So hard.
Oh, that's your outcome. It'll be right. It is too hard. And it's not for you. become spinster, become a hermit, live in a cave by yourself. But I suspect this woman's got a lot to give, and she's going to make a beautiful, beautiful lady, beautiful mum, beautiful everything. She's got to have a man trap. Doesn't need anything.
I'm hard to control. I'm just very strong-minded. You need someone who's pretty strong to be able
Pretty strong. You need a buffalo. Need a gridiron player. Need a sergeant of arms.
strong-willed as I am and very determined.
Yeah, and you're 16, 17. We're talking about 10 years from now, but we've got to get it ready. This is a lifetime's plan. Right now, if you'd chew them up and eat them, and it wouldn't be terrible. There'd be all these broken hearts, and then they have to come to my program and get fixed again. It'd be horrible. So everyone's on this journey. Everyone's got their thing to do. So here's the offer. If you want, this is a small group. Everyone I'll work with like this next 3 years. Everyone in this room. However, I need this voice. You understand? Can you see how easy my job is to work with this man? I can bring Justin in to help this. Just like this man here, he's on. This is my next one on now. Can you see how it goes? Because they're stepping up, showing up, giving back. Easy for me to work with this. But those not taking that step, impossible. I can't. 98% is him, right, Justin? I'm only 2%. In fact, I'm only 1% with my coach's 1%. That's how we get 2. I'm 1%, they're 1%. Like Justin, you work with this man? Done. Dynamite. Tyson will work with you. Cade will work with you. Same with you. We'll have the whole team working with you guys. What we're doing is bringing in the resources. But in the end, it's 98% you. What good would it be if we gave him all these resources and he's got all this time and goes, I must go and have a cup of coffee. Can you see? Nothing's going to happen here. Now, he will go and have cups of coffee. He will answer his phone. But we've got to get him in the 80-20. We've got to get him mostly focused on these things. Home office, focused, intentional living, accountability. Coach, however, an accountability buddy. Accountability buddy. An accountability buddy. 3 of them to hold you to account. Look at those eyes. Are you all understanding? And your job to hold him to account, her to account, him to account, if that's what you want. If that's what they want, that's an agreement you'll have at morning tea. You look at this guy. Would he have you trim, taut, and terrific, girl, if you wanted? But he's not going to go there unless you want that. And he would make such a gentle plan for you. 2 kilos a month. Lots of kilos lost. And what it does, it says something. It says something to the universe. If I can handle this, I can handle anything. If I can handle this as a discipline plan, I'll get my vision back of who I am. I'll get my passion back of my life. Do you get this? If I can't handle this, I can't handle this. Make sense? So we're going to go after what it is that's causing the hassle. Everyone else knows what someone else should do. It's whether you can get on what you need to do. Correct? And in the end, it's her journey, it's his journey. If he doesn't want this is, no one bothers. And the ego's waiting the time that they won't ring you or that you can make it so difficult that you're not connected with them. And here's the outcome. 2 things will happen, I'll guarantee. Eventually she'll leave you. I'll guarantee. Yep. Even if she doesn't, and they stay there in this mess, which a lot of women do, as do men, your children will grow up like that. That's why I do this work. Because it doesn't have to be that way. We're not talking about Olympic stars. We're talking about ordinary people who will have non-pensioner outcomes. That's all. He didn't write the Taj Mahal. He didn't write $100 million. He didn't do any of that. He just wrote, we're going to have a house. We're going to have this. We're going to have some money in the bank. We're going to have a few million, which is fine. We've got plenty of people with millions. It's not 100 million. It's only 3 to 6 million. Normal. Got a whole lifetime. And homeschool your children, have choices, travel, have a dog. Like, really? Not a lot. Dog food doesn't cost that much. Is everyone clear about this? And so you'll go in the next level. We'll have you in our quantum property program, quantum enterprise. This is a teaching that will go on for 3 years, 5 years. It's a lifetime. A lifetime.